Most electricians think a ground rod makes a system safe. It doesn't. If there is a fault on that circuit, the ground rod will not trip the breaker. The earth has too much resistance. You could have a live chassis on a piece of equipment. A worker touches it, and the breaker sits there doing nothing. No trip, no warning, just a live metal surface. Here is what NEC 250.4a(5) actually says. The earth shall not be used as the sole equipment grounding conductor or as the only means to return fault current. The code is explicit. The ground rod connects the system to earth for one purpose: voltage stabilization and lightning protection. That is it. It is not the fault clearing path. The equipment grounding conductor, the EGC, is what clears the fault. It is a low-impedance metallic path, not dirt, not soil, metal. It carries fault current back to the source fast enough to trip the overcurrent device. The ground rod and the EGC are two separate conductors doing two completely different jobs. Confuse them on the exam or in the field, and you have a problem. Now here is where candidates lose points. NEC 250.52a(5). Rod must be at least 8 feet long, at least 5/8 inch diameter for copper or zinc-coated steel. NEC 250.53a(2). A single rod must be supplemented with a second electrode unless it measures 25 ohms or less to earth. And almost nobody actually performs that test in the field. That is the exam trap. 2 rods are not always required. If the first rod passes the resistance test, 1 rod is acceptable. NEC 250.53a(3). If you do install 2 rods, they must be at least 6 feet apart, and the GEC connecting to that rod, per NEC 250.66a, does not need to exceed 6 AWG copper or 4 AWG aluminum. Lock these in before your exam. 1. Ground rod equals earth connection equals voltage stabilization and lightning protection only. 2. EGC equals fault current path equals what actually trips the breaker. 3. A single rod is acceptable if it measures 25 ohms or less to earth. That is NEC 250.53a(2). And that is your exam answer when they ask about supplemental electrons. If the Florida EC exam is on your calendar, you need this. Subscribe.